A writer, a photographer, on the road exploring a fascinating world, in a state of perpetual motion, constantly departing while always arriving, seeking a window into an ever-changing universe. This is WION Traveler. A land of biblical proportions. The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. The country's tiny, nearly landlocked expanse belies Jordan's significance across the spectrum of human history. Its strategic location at the crossroads of Asia, Africa, and Europe is what anthropologists refer to as a cradle of civilization. From prehistoric communities to the ancient Nabateans nearly 2,000 years ago, from the Greek and Roman empires in the Classic period to the Ottomans till the early 20th century, and finally the Hashemites who continue to rule today, Jordan has seen the rise and fall of empires.
Jordan embraces its syncretic heritage with aplomb. Amman, the capital city, where skyscrapers share the skyline with ancient Roman citadels, is refreshingly modern. And while the ancient city of Petra, a wonder of the world, remains the biggest draw for visitors to the country, the lovely town of Aqaba on the banks of the Red Sea beckons with its untrammeled holiday vibe, pristine blue waters, and gorgeous coral reefs. To the town's north, the towering cliffs and endless sands of Wadi Rum have been a canvas for prehistoric art, as well as recent Hollywood epics like the Matt Damon starrer The Martian. And then there's the Dead Sea. Alive and kicking as a wellness destination since time immemorial. And the centuries have done nothing to dull the Dead Sea's allure. Famous for its natural buoyancy, this hyper-saline expanse of water lies 423 meters below sea level and is 8 times saltier than the ocean.
Got a pretty spiffy beach attire going on here.
Don't you think?
Yeah, you don't want to cover up a little bit more, you know? It's an Arab country after all, isn't it?
Yeah, just because you were born like this, okay, and you'll do anything for a tan, doesn't mean all of us are in the same boat, okay? I'm Indian, I'm privileged. I was born with a tan, bro.
I'm gonna try this mud over there, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh God. Yeah, as if we need any help to look better than we already do. Huh? Shut up. Well, Gino, you should consider coming in here. I know you can't swim, but in the Dead Sea, you don't need to know how to swim because you're not gonna sink. So much of salt that there's buoyancy for everybody. It's an unprejudiced sea. The Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea might not support life within it, but its water and black mud are a dream cocktail for spa enthusiasts. Now a slew of health resorts line the banks of the Salt Lake, where people take a dip, slather on some mud, and take a dip again.
Who looks more caked in mud? I do, because I had help. Did that guy say, hey Johan, come around here, let me help you? He didn't. I don't know why. Why do you think that's the case, Johan? I haven't said a word to him about you.
He was keen on you, maybe.
So, I mean, I don't know what's come over you, but you're just being so funny. Genuinely. Must be WION Traveler. Johan, how much of your knowledge and humor and general savoir-faire has come through WION Traveler?
Oh, probably about half.
See what I mean? He's genuinely funny, this guy. What's come over him? Ladies, take note, please. Take note. It makes no impression on me, but it certainly will on...
because Meraj knows it's 100%.
I can't believe it.
When it comes to a sink or swim situation, the Dead Sea presents an out-of-the-box solution. You don't need to swim, and you certainly can't sink. Talk about lateral thinking.
Alright, so folks, Gino, our camera person here, is a non-swimmer. And if you're a non-swimmer, I want to use him to demonstrate the Dead Sea. Now, just keep your head above water and lie back and don't worry about it. And there you go. There you go, Gino. Straighten up, get some buoyancy. What? How do you feel? Isn't it? It's crazy, right? Yeah. It's absolutely crazy.
So, lowest point on Earth, and also because we're lower down, there's about 5% more pressure. So good for people with respiratory conditions. And they have something called climotherapy in this area. They have several spas here, and people come here for special treatments. The Dead Sea and its salt and all these minerals and mud is a certain attraction. And I can see why. Skin is so smooth. What do you say, Dino?
Indeed.
The Cumberland News. Where the heck is Cumberland? Bullying of medics in A&E. True bosses insist that they shall challenge unacceptable behavior. Shame on you, A&E. What the heck is A&E? County braced as more flooding possible this weekend. Oh dear. Well, Cumberland County natives, you better watch out for the flood.
Good day of trading at the British Limousine Cattle Society's sale.
British Limousines Cattle Society.
Yeah.
What the heck is the British
You've never
Limousine?
seen limousine cattle?
No.
It's long.
Now, while a dip in the Dead Sea is great for the skin, it's not exactly ideal for a swim. We've just got one night at this fabulous resort we're staying at. We intend to make the most of it.
Johan, are you gonna dive in?
No, I'm gonna work on my tan instead, I think.
Wow.
It doesn't really, feel like you've been to a sunny place on holiday if you don't come back with a tan.
Well, you are working very hard on it, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, fine.
I wasn't trying to get you to do that. I wasn't.
You were trying to do it.
No, I wasn't.
Amman, the capital of Jordan, exemplifies the country's fascinating blend of the modern and the historic. Chalky, box-like homes blanket the hillside at the city's older, more traditional eastern quarter. Here, all roads, as the locals like to say, lead downtown. For a slice of local life, busy souks, street food, shopping, people watching, and just sheer quality of experience, downtown is unbeatable in Amman.
What is this? Sand. Sand artists make entire pictures by filling different hues of naturally colored sand in narrow bottles. This is probably the ideal souvenir to take back.
Look at all this. Look at all this.
Spices. Middle Eastern cuisine uses ingredients that you wouldn't find elsewhere. There's sumac and za'atar. A shawarma isn't a shawarma without these. Look at this, Johan, frankincense, Like camels across the desert carrying frankincense. This was the stuff, man.
Yeah, right?
Both are.
Okay, this is the gum using.
Both are, yeah.
And how do you use frankincense? You burn it,
No, this incense, drain. Just
taste it. Oh, you can eat frankincense.
How is it? Yummy?
I don't know, honestly.
You don't know? Is it salt?
It's bitter. It's very good. Wow.
these.
This, of course, I know. Thank you. Thank you. And if I was running the shop, I'd be eating all day.
Today is Friday, which is a holiday in Amman, and downtown is thronging with people having a day out with their families. Street food seems to be as popular here as in India. After all that discussion Meraj had about shawarmas, I can't wait to try the real thing. In Jordan, the ubiquitous shawarma is nothing like anything I've ever had. This Middle Eastern street food staple has been honed to an art form here. The stacked slices of meat constantly slow roast on a rotisserie, and thin slivers are shaved off, rolled into a pita or a different bread if you prefer, with pickles on the side. The trick is less in the preparation, but rather in the spices that the meat has been marinated in.
We end the day on a sweet note. Literally, Kunafe is the dessert of choice in Jordan, and this one particular stall apparently serves the best you're likely to find anywhere in the country. Certainly quite good, but the real icing, as it were, is getting to meet city residents and chatting with them while we eat. Downtown certainly lived up to the hype.
So, what brought you here?
So my family is from Mumbai and Gujarat, but I've been living in the US for most of my life. And now I'm in Jordan studying abroad.
Since when?
I came here about a month and a half ago.
But how strong is your American identity?
It's very strong as well. It's a strong split. I was born in India, but I moved to the US when I was 2 years old.
So then,
So
so you have a Gujarati identity, an American
Yes.
identity, a Muslim identity.
Yes, it's
and now
a
here
big
you,
mix.
And now here you are in Jordan.
It's a big mix.
Well, it's
but-
been lovely meeting you, Nasreen. And
You as well.
Best of luck. Best of luck.
Thank
I hope
you very
have a great time
much.
in Jordan. I wish I could stay here for a month or 2 or 6.
Yeah,
I
well,
like
you
that.
never know where life takes you. It's a good
You
way to
know
think
what?
about it.
And-
I didn't think I was going to be here a year ago, but here
Here
I
you
am.
are.
Yes.
Here we are too. We are.
Our newly minted friends insist we accompany them to a local cafe on Rainbow Street, a popular hangout spot for locals and tourists alike. There's going to be some live music, they promise, and apparently the coffee is to die for.
Welcome, folks, to the WION Traveler wagon. At WION Traveler, we bring people together.
Now we have a big day tomorrow, but when you've got just one night in Amman, then it seems silly to be smart about it. On the road first thing in the morning, we're heading north from Amman to the city of Jerash. The weather in Jordan is known to be fickle, but today seems bright and sunny, which is precisely what we were hoping for.
India, look like India. Well, maybe on the way back. Thank you.
Within Jerash lie the ruins of Gerasa, considered one of the best preserved Greco-Roman cities in the world.
Caligula. In the footsteps of Roman Emperor Hadrian, who came here in 129 AD. Can you imagine, Johan? I can't even imagine.
Nearly 2,000 years ago,
And they built this just for him.
huh? Yeah. Quite a grand welcoming, huh?
Much like Indian emperors.
Yeah.
A grandiose sense of self. The emperor's coming. Let's build him a gate that'll last 2,000 years. Jeez, huh?
Quite the monument. So what's next? I mean, this is quite the city, huh?
I mean, I think this is considered to be one of the oldest inhabited places in the world.
In 749 AD, a massive earthquake hit the Levant region and reduced the ancient city of Gerasa to rubble. The the comprehensive destruction marked a conclusive end to the Greco-Roman city's golden age of prosperity and grandeur. One of the easternmost outposts of the Roman Empire, Jerash was the most impressive of the Decapolis, 10 semi-autonomous city-states that came under the Roman Empire. Historical accounts preceding the quake describe Jerash as a monumental city. Two massive temples, one dedicated to Zeus and the other to Artemis, occupy the vantage points looking down at an oval plaza that leads to a colonnade and two amphitheaters.
The Romans were the first to realize the power of giving the crowd what it wanted. This place could apparently seat 15,000 spectators at a time.
What did you say this place was called?
A hippodrome.
What does that mean?
One of these places where you have chariot races.
Like
Yeah,
Ben
right?
Hur.
Yeah, exactly.
And the wheels coming off.
Wheels are coming off.
Can you imagine sitting here and
And
watching like chariot races?
And then just hearing the trumpets go off and people getting their throats slit. Huh? It was a bloody culture back then, huh? Bloody.
Well, things were brutal anyway, but
Gladiators and
I don't think this is
chariots
about that. This is just chariot races. There's no gladiator business happening here.
Oh, a hippodrome was none of that, huh?
I don't think
I'm
so,
not
Johan.
sure
But I'm
about
glad you
that.
have a vivid imagination. You know.
Most touristy selfie ever done.
Well,
it's like holding the pyramid, you know?
It would be embarrassing, but it's you, so it's not really embarrassing. You do these things. So
Yeah, you took one of those photos when I held the pyramid.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Hey.
And we're getting photobombed. Nice meeting you, sir. Thank you.
The South Amphitheater is one of two in Jerash. The other one, the Northern Amphitheater, is still used for performances during the annual Jerash Performance Festival. Here there's plenty of song and dance and some local musicians doing their thing. Meraj is trying to shake a leg and looks like he's got company.
What sort of dance was that? You're quite the dancer, aren't you?
It's very nice.
No,
Yeah.
but like, is there a name for it?
Yeah, it's dabke. Dabke in
Dabke.
Jordanian, yeah. Dabke.
Dabke. Are you Jordanian?
It's yeah, of course. I'm
Miraj.
Jordanian.
And what's
I'm
your name?
Shahed. Shahed Dibaja from Jordan.
Shahed Dibaja.
Yeah.
What do you do, Shahed?
I'm working with the official TV in Jordan, Jordan
Oh.
TV.
You're a
I'm
presenter?
Yeah, I'm presenter for
Fantastic.
the morning show Yom Jadid.
Oh, and so news.
Yeah, and also I'm working as an operation manager in Da'am for Media Center.
Oh, that's boring.
An
But
NGO.
really? Morning
And
show,
also
huh?
with Deutsche Welle, DWTV.
You're a celebrity,
I'm
right?
a reporter.
Let me, what are the odds? What are the odds? I need to get a selfie with you.
Yeah.
I came to Jordan and I met a celebrity.
Johan's competitive spirit coming to the fore.
I can do the bridge backwards.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Can you do that
Yeah,
from
but
standing?
Microphone might be, I don't know, I can. But
Are you
microphone
serious?
might fall, yeah.
I can lay down and do that,
You can.
but I can't just fall backwards and do
You
it.
can.
All right, how do we do that?
Can I do it with the microphone?
Yeah, let's try it.
It's gonna fall because I'm gonna go backwards.
I'm a lot more likely than you to fall.
Yes,
All right,
okay.
talk me
One.
through it. Talk me through it.
Squeeze your butt cheeks, lift forward. Seriously.
All right.
Hands up. And then slowly bend your knees.
I don't know
Lift
if
your
I
heels off
dare.
the floor.
I don't know if I dare. All right,
You
can
want me to do
Can I
it?
go like sideways?
Yes, you can.
Oh! Oh!
Done?
Oh! What do we do now?
Well done. Then up. Step backward and lift up.
Wow!
Well done.
That was fun, but this place isn't meant as much for yoga as it is for singing. There's this designated spot from where the performer can be heard across the venue without raising his or her voice. It's quite remarkable. I'm quite sure Meraj is going to break into song.
This thing is crazy, huh? Check it out, huh? Johan! Johan. Johan! Johan. It's like, Johan, here you have like gravitas, here you have substance. Here you've got nothing. It's in this spot, it's a complete echo chamber. It's like being in the shower, really. I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing a love song for that couple sitting there. Right there. All right. Every time I look down on this timeless town, whether blue or gray be her skies, whether loud be her tears, or whether soft be her tears, more and more do I realize that I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fog. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why do I love Paris? Because my love is near. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The great temple of Zeus. Well, it's certainly great, huh? I mean, if they built that for the emperor, imagine what they built for like gods.
Right.
This once grand temple dedicated to Zeus Olympus was built in 162-163 AD. It lies on a terrace above the original sanctuary to Zeus and overlooks the Oval Plaza. You know, that's what I'm kind of confused about. Now, Zeus is he's the top dog in Greek mythology, right?
Yeah.
So this place was a Greek city before it became a Roman city. There's another temple dedicated to Artemis. Now,
Right.
That's what I was wondering. Why would they call her Artemis and not Diana? Because Diana was the huntress and she was the Roman equivalent of Artemis. Why are these things dedicated to like the Greek names of the gods when it's a Roman city?
At the Temple of Zeus, I try and visualize what life must have been like centuries back, a millennia back. I can't see it, and the camera won't capture it. Then I close my eyes, and suddenly I can hear things. The sound of passing hooves and crowds baying at the charioteers. I feel the billowing sand on my face, carried by the wind from the desert to the south, and I'm convinced that I could smell frankincense in the air. Jirash is magic, and no one can convince me otherwise.
Once upon a time, a mighty city, huh?